Hello gang, welcome back to Sunrider Mask of Arcadius. Let's get back in, get going. Begin. First Commander's Log. It's been months since we've been marooned on this godforsaken place. Day by day, the crew's discipline begins to decay. Feel the chain of command dissolving with each day. I can see the eyes of the crew. The chances of a rescue are remote. So the rowdiest of our crew even suggested starting a settlement here, so far away from the remnants of civilization. Crap, I messed up. Fear something. Until then, I, First Officer Ava Crescencia, will do my best to maintain order. Even if... Hey, Ava! What you doing over here? It's still Commander Crescencia, Saga. Hey, but Captain said no ranks while we're on vacation. She was doing a silly. No. Oh my. Seems like they've gotten bigger again. What? My key straps are gonna burst at this rate. Oh, the game's going that way. Oh, I gotta watch my mouse pointer. Let's put it off to the side. Put those away. Why are you scared of my rockets? Oh, no such issues there. If you just attached some more armor to your rider, you wouldn't have to live in constant fear of rockets. What'd you say? Oh, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't want to make myself so huge that mistakenly mated by a space whale. And I haven't begun to talk about the monstrosity of a rider you have. What? You? What's the matter? Lost your cool, soldier boy? Permission to engage, Commander. My goodness, he was taking a comic bend after beating the snot out of the Pact fleet. Oh, Machikara, you still got so much to catch up to do, and you compete with me. Captain's not interested in those things. Captain's not interested in those things. Captain's not interested in those things. Hey, Eva! So is it true you made out with the captain while you were in junior high? Armor. Speed. Armor. Speed. Considering the riders, the mechs, I could understand that argument. It's gonna blow. Fatality. Captain, I must protest the decision to grant the crew extended shore leave during these pressing times. We gotta blow off steam. After that battle at Farport, I think everyone deserves a rest. Dang it! My mouse is going dead on me, and I've got to replace it. It's double-clicking on its own. I should have had games completely open and then shut down. Task for tomorrow. Replace the damn mouse. Put Pact on the defensive. We saved a few billion lives in the process. I think that calls for a bit of celebration, don't you? Those results were only possible through constant vigilance, Captain. We cannot afford to let our guard down merely because we have won the first battle of the war. Tappy tap tap on the mouse. Pact's fleets are still vast and mighty. Cullen was a mere fool. Arcadius isn't. Pact will be back. Ava, out of all the people on board this ship, you need a break the most. When was the last time you did something fun? Fun? Yes. Fun. I've had that conversation with a couple of my sergeants in the past. But the paperwork. Can wait. Buy yourself a swimsuit, get some drinks, make some mistakes. That's an order. Absolutely unbelievable. Must be strange to be on a mixed-sex ship. What do you mean? In the Alliance, all ships are single-sexed, so I came from a ship where my subordinates and superior officers were all female. Yeah, never the Alliance did things that way. Such measures were adopted to enforce discipline. And does it? Anyways, I can't believe all this stuff's all in one station. The Lily is one of the biggest resort space stations in Alliance space. In a space station? Okay. With over 100 acres of beach and forest, it's the ideal place for a vacation. 100 acres isn't that much. Right. It's a nice chunk of land, but still, multiple, unless you've got, single ship's crews taking vacation at a time. Somebody really needs to get away, wants to get away, have their own space. It's not a lot. Just another one of the Alliance's cutting-edge technologies. Yeah, okay. Commander's been gone for a long time. You suppose she finally cracked? Maybe she's hiding inside a cove somewhere, pretending to give orders to a bunch of hermit crabs. Decent suit. We're back with some more food. Who's the babe with you, Captain? Deeper down the rankings, Shigara goes. Attention all hands, it's come to my attention that the captain wishes to see us rested up for the battles to come. While it is my desire to run a tight ship, sometimes exceptions must be made for the good of the crew. So let's crack open a bottle already and get this over with. I'll have to care of the food. I wonder who I should talk with. Oh, God. Nobody. Go swimming alone. Go sun way down the beach, 50 acres away or so. Top to bottom. Let's do it. Hey, Saga. How's it going, Captain? Nice to be out here for a change. I didn't know stuff like this even existed. Man, I definitely should have left for Ryuvia. If I knew all the stuff the rest of the galaxy had. How much Ryuvia used to dwarf and eclipse everybody else. Always being cooped up in the Star Palace was so boring. Nothing but dry lessons and old geezers. How'd you learn to pilot like that anyways? I stuck in some time with the simulator at Chigara's lab, but I guess I was good at that sort of thing from the start. I read a long time ago, all Ryuvian girls had to learn how to pilot. The greatest pilot in the Emperor was called the Shar. It's kind of a mix between Princess and Destiny. In other words, it was the fate of all Ryuvian girls to become fierce warriors who defended the Empire. I remember reading something about that too. In fact, the practice was so long-lived that most rider pilots in the former Ryuvian territories are still female. Yes, Sola. In fact, we have a resident expert who can tell us more about this. It is as Asaka speaks. In my time, princesses sought to wed only the most deadly and graceful Shar. Princes, my bad. It was the dream of every girl to master the art and wed the most well-bred prince. And breed him better? Naturally, the Shar's genes were consummated into the royal line. Her abilities were further augmented through genetic engineering. I imagine the Ryuvian bloodline still carries some of the genes of the Shar, even millennia after my time. Further, I believe some of the engineered genes may have passed through the ages to the current Ryuvian royals as well. And it's no coincidence that the Saga's our best pilot. All this stuff was just boring text in the books that the masters would force me to read. I never thought any of it mattered. Our riders were obsolete. We had no space fleet. Anyways, that's enough boring stuff. We're on a beach. Let's have fun. Oh, by the way, do you have a girlfriend, Captain? Me? No, I don't. Sure. Positive, I'm afraid. I see. Wonder why not. War has hardened his heart. Your girlfriend really helped you relax. You need someone to love in war, Captain. Men seek affection in times of peril. What does it feel like I'm being ganged upon? Can't say I've had much time to consider things like that between keeping all of you safe. I have a responsibility to all of you. Protecting all of you is much more important than thinking of myself. Just the kind of answer I was expecting. You never disappoint, Captain. Oh, who's next to my pain train? Pain being from my head. Chigara. Setting up the grill? Yes, working with my hands always was my thing. I haven't used a real grill in ages. Can't wait to try it out. I hope it doesn't disappoint. Are you working on anything else interesting, Chigara? Yes, I am. Fortunately, I haven't been able to set up my bakery on board the Sunrider yet. To make up for the lack of necessary supplies, I've been working on inventing a fully operational food replicator. It's still in the experimental stages, but just the other day I did manage to replicate a gelatinous cube which had the unmistakable taste of pain de chocolat. Okay, that's good. It's a huge breakthrough in replication technology. Nobody's been able to replicate edible food in centuries. The technology could be mastered. I could open an entire chain of bakeries throughout the galaxy. I could even provide my pastries straight to any home kitchen. It's always been your dream. Yes, Captain. You're awful far away from being a bakery girl right now, though. Yeah. Even if I could do so many other things, I've always wanted to open a bakery. I guess I prefer the quiet and peaceful life of a galactic heroics, Captain. I always imagined that I'd set up shop in a quiet little neighborhood. All the kids would run to it during lunchtime for pastries. In the afternoon, the neighborhood ladies would come by to buy pastries for their families. I'd be at the counter all day, smiling, waiting for the next customer. We'll live up above the store on the second floor, and eventually we'll even have little children running around to carry on the business. Caught yourself there? Please remember the last bit, Captain. Really? Captain, please forget what I just said. Well, it's such a nice story. Oh, I was lost too deep in my fantasy. No, not that it was fantasy. I mean... Just patted her on the head. Don't worry, Chigara. I know. I'll just go back to work now. Oh. Well, let's go bristle Ava's fur. Captain, so you've made use of our booze. How's it taste? Drew's been calling these Vanguard shots. Can melt through the armor of a cruiser, they say. Cruiser, eh? Well, I'll be the judge of that. He poured shield a shot, swigged it down. I powerful as advertised? No, I'd say like it tastes like the Sunrider's coolant, but being on the beach makes everything better. We shouldn't be here. We should be out there fighting the war. Our well-rested crew will be much more useful to the war effort than us patrolling Alliance space for a few extra days. You've grown since those days. Became a leader. Well, I learned from the best. Now, I heard I was never cut out to be captain. I haven't changed as much as you have. Remember those days? All the members of the student council left me one by one? On day one, we had over a dozen members, but week by week, people disappeared. People who were enthusiastic had ideas when they first joined. I never had much capacity to inspire others, I'm afraid. I still stayed. Yes, you did. Pour another shot. Ava poured another shot and killed it. She's tough. Who's that girl you used to have a crush on back in those days? Eh? Sort of thing you talked about our second year. I had no idea you could... I have no idea whom you could be referring to. Alice, was it? Or Hannah? Or one of those... the one with golden hair? Oh, Hannah. Right. Hannah. How'd that end up after I left? Don't want to talk about it. The girl who broke the mighty Captain Shield's heart. The man who dropped a big old packed Venexar like it was easy. Now you've flustered over an adolescent romance. I'm almost ashamed to look at you. Down another shot. No easy to have a weak spot for cute little things. And I'm not just referring to the puppies you have set as your desktop background. Well, go chat with the rest of the girls. I'm going to the bathroom. What over there? I thought we were going... Okay. We're going back to the list. Shields arranged the meat on the grill while Ava skewered vegetables and wooden rods. You know, doing this makes me feel almost at home. I can imagine doing this on the beach with Sarah, or when Murray was still young and the whole family would go to the beach together. We should have gone to the beach one last time before I left. Don't know why I didn't think of it. Captain, please don't get overly sentimental. I do not wish to have to blame the onions if you are seen by the crew crying. So what made you change your mind? Captain? It's a rare sight to see you more than an arm's length from a stack of documents, much less dressed up like that. I fulfill your orders to the letter. That's the only reason. Perhaps a little break every now and then isn't so bad. I don't remember ever going to the beach with family. I'm afraid such frivolities are lost in my family. Not even once. I do not recall. We went together one summer when we were 16. Oh, please. Like I had the time for that when I was 16. Even back then, you brought paperwork with you and tried to do it on the beach. Not that you were successful. You're making this up. Actually, it was a student council team building trip. I remember only because I was the one who organized it. There was this one chick in the team who just wouldn't shut up. She'd be texting with one hand without even looking at the screen and yapping about something totally different at the same time. I never figured out how she did that. Reminds me of a certain someone. It's another girl who seriously must have worn the same hair ribbon every day. I swear. Couldn't she at least change the color every day? That same damn red ribbon. Wonder how she ever washed it. I remember I had to sit behind her for a month. Couldn't see anything except that red ribbon. Ah, Kazumi. One of your crushes? You must have liked staring at the red ribbon all day instead of learning galactic history. You remember her? Oh, she'd always start spinning her hair with her fingers whenever she was nervous. No, only you remember a detail like that, Captain. Well, it takes me back, though. I'm gonna drop the vegetables and over to Shield's side. What's wrong? The onions are strong. I should never have put my hands to my face. What? How strong could they be? Shields goes over, picks up an onion. Oh, damn. Groaned and backed away. So they're getting flashbacks of when they shot us with the nerval gas during training. Permission to be excused? Granted. And give me a pack of ice for my eyes while you're at it. Oscar let the sea breeze waft through her hair. They can even simulate the wind. Charlie glimpsed the shields and turned her head. It's caught in a trance. It's like a gaze scene. Her lips part. I hate this kind of stuff. I don't usually play games like this. Lips parted, she felt her face weaken. Chigara! Claude? How am I supposed to say that? Claude? Claudie? Guess what? What? It's your perfect opportunity to tell the captain how you feel about him. It's supposed to be a secret. Who knows? And this hot weather's getting to you'll want to blow off some steam with you. No way, I'm not going to. Oh, really? I guess it's alright if I take him all for myself. You move quickly then. Seriously, you two acting like two junior high girls. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Just tell him how you feel, Chigara. And then, what if he doesn't like me? It's not like it's the end of the world. You just move on. But I'm not sure if I could. Hopeless. Hey, hero girl, help me talk some sense into your friend here. Me? Yeah, you. I keep your feelings inside won't accomplish an iota of good. We've already been through hell and back, Chigara. Come on, compared to what we've already been through, what's there to be scared of? And who knows, tomorrow one stray quantum torpedo could end it all, and Cap would never have known that there was a girl named Chigara who liked him. Are you gonna let that happen? I hate shit like this. Come on, hero. Give me some backup. Yeah, Chigara, you can do it. Remember how you always repairing me whenever I get busted up in battle? You saved my head more than I can count. Basically what I would say is, you're my friend. That's what I've had. You can do it, Chigara. I believe in you. Well, this is gonna get fun. Remember, I can always snatch the captain away. You know, I've already touched his thing. Yeah, skip. Good going, you idiot. You broke Chigara. We need to put her back together. I was gonna splash some water on Chigara's head. Okay, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I think after the whole we'll live upstairs thing, he knows. I'm going to give the captain up. Thank you, Akara. Akara's got a swift application of Akara's kick. Alright, we'll just have to lure the commander away from him. Rube Rockets, you're with me. We're going to plan our diversionary tactics together. After it's done, we'll go celebrate with the nearest Stardust. Akara marches away with Claude in tow. Yeah. Dear, dear. Here we go. She'll pick up a piece of meat from the grill and places it on Chigara's plate. There you go. A hearty piece for our chief. Goodbye. Kara gave Shields a little slap on the back, bottle of beer in the other hand. Yo, Cap. ain't so bad after all. You know, when I first joined the ship, I had my doubts, but you got us through the fur bar, but you got us to that foo bar at Farpoint, all right. I never figured you'd be the type to order a frontal assault on only 200 ships against 5 packed fleets. I would have loved to see the look on Pigman's face when we finally roasted him. Apologies, Captain. It appears that our mercenary is quite intoxicated. Shut up. Can't take another swig of the bottle. Don't be so stiff, soldier boy. We're all privateers here. All right. That's enough, ladies. Fill the cars. Shields filled. The car is plated with meat. There you go. Captain, we seem to be missing someone. Figured as much. Here, take the grill. Sure. Thought I'd find you here. The stars give me peace. Or should the sound of the waves to the clamor of loud gatherings? She just gave a plate of food to Solo. You must be hungry. So I grabbed the fork and took a bite of the cooked onion. So the shooting stars sailed through the night sky. Even if it's nothing more than a holographic illusion, the skies remind me of my home at Farport. She'll took a seat on the rocks next to Sova. Home, huh? Tell me about home. I was always a princess. For most of my life, I was merely a lowly peasant, hardly worth more than the livestock we raised. Home was a small wooden cottage. The winters were too cold and the summers were too hot. We survived on what we grew in the garden and the game I caught in the forest. Why does almost every drawing thing have to have a princess with that kind of a background? Can't she have been raised a princess like Azaga was? An odd beginning for a princess of Ryuvia. My mother was a commoner whom my father had taken to his fancy while he was prince. She was taken by dreams of living in the palace, of being taken care of. None of those dreams came to pass. We were abandoned, forgotten. Okay, that makes sense with royalty. Forget my previous comment. See, I'm not surprised. The Prince of Ryuvia wanted to have taken a mistress back to the palace. That must have been difficult. Let's go with that one. She wastes away, waiting for him to return. It was foolish. For her, he must have meant the world. Do you recall I told you of the death of the Emperor and his heir? He said the Emperor and his heir were assassinated. That began a war for succession between your father, the second prince, and Crow Harbor, his stepbrother. Indeed, but I have suspicions the one who assassinated the Emperor and the first prince was my own father. The Ruben court of my era was a snake pit. Betrayals, assassinations, machinations. They were a part of the palace culture. Instead of becoming emperor, though, your father's assassination plot triggered a war of succession with his stepbrother. Yes. Civil war raged for many years until the empire was on the verge of collapse. It became clear a drastic measure had to be taken. The Sherlock had to be awakened. But the true princess of Ryuvia was a stranger to hardship. She was too selfish to sacrifice her life for the empire. Yes, so she used her connections to find me. The king's men seized me 3 years after my mother's passing. I knew nothing of royal successions or of palace intrigue, yet I found myself in the midst of my father's dangerous game. I was taken from my home and pressed into service. So your father essentially abandoned you and then kidnapped you when he needed you to save his own hide. At first I was angry, but I realized the task before me was too great to be abandoned. The future of the Empire was in my hands. I chose to wield the Sarlacc to defend my homeland. You must have been terrified. You did a brave thing. It is strange. For the first time in my life I was happy. Even though I knew what awaited me at the end of my mission, the people called me the Princess of Ryuvia. I remember after each victory, marching through the Arch of Destiny on Ryuga Prime being hailed as the Shar by the people. The knowledge I, a simple country girl, would die a hero of the Ryugan people, filled with such unspeakable pride. Shields puts his hand on her shoulder. Perhaps you'll never have to sacrifice your life again. No, I'm captain. Okay, I don't know the game plot, so that could be a auto-fail. Takes great courage to die for your people. Of course, I was terrified. But when the women walk up to you and tell you how they pray for you, and the children follow you just to line your steps with fresh flowers, then I really had no choice, do I? I expected I heard Saga's voice. The rest of the team trailed behind her. There they are! Hurry, Captain! We have more food! Just gave Solo his hand. Well, shall we go? Solo took Shield's hand, pulled herself up. Captain? Yeah. I do not know why I was brought to this timeline, or what purpose I find here. Yet, I now know it was not a travesty, but a fortune. It's still premature to tell if the sorrows of the past are truly behind me, but you have my appreciation. Not as a princess, but a common girl. My pleasure. I sense another formidable rival has appeared. What did I miss? Seriously, I have no idea what you all see in him. Absolutely unbelievable. The team crashed into their log cabin for the night. So full. I expect all crew to be on their best behavior for this overnight stay. While I may have been sleeping under one roof, I remind you all that we are proud soldiers of the... Woohoo! Who's up for some strip poker? Let's pull it all-nighter. Ready to sleep in the captain's room? Looks like I gotta lock my door tonight. Winter gets to sleep in the captain's room. That means all the other ladies would have already lost, and thus already seen all but the winner completely naked. Like I'd ever want to win then. We need to bet on something else. How about the loser has to run around the cabin 6 times naked? How shameful. Scared to show off what's dangling between your legs, soldier boy? We just do not get along. You... Unbelievable. Captain, say something. Captain, say something. Have fun. Shields turned, went to his room, and locked the door. He nearly fainted. Come on, Commander. We need to get you in this game, too. Carhart grabbed Ava by the arms and sat her down. Here's something to soothe the nerves. Pour her a glass of wine. This is highly inappropriate. Section 39A, line 98, strictly for games of chance while on board all... You're not on board ship. Kara raised the glass and lowered the wine in Ava's mouth. The wine is actually quite impressive. A little something I've been saving in the Phoenix's hidden compartment. The merchant I got it from claimed it to be lost wine from the cellars of the 4th Peruvian dynasty. Might be vinegar by now. And honestly, it's good enough to almost believe it. Ava poured herself another glass. Well, we wish for the best to remain here to supervise you all then. Make sure we're all in compliance with Sarin regulations. Exactly my thoughts, Commander. We're not actually going to play through that, are we? Ava angrily poured herself another glass. When I was in 7th grade, I got into this goo-eyed girl. What was her face? Floral? And just the month before, he was fawning over Hannah. Absolutely unbelievable. such impropriety, and so it became my mission, this Eva Crescencia, to finally beat some sense into this man. I never knew. But not even that was enough? Not even that was enough. Oh no. After that, there was another one of those lambs that he fancies. What's her name? The little library girl. Commander, perhaps you've had a bit too much to drink. I'm fine. I don't feel anything. Looks like Operation Fine Wine is working. Here's your chance, Chigara. I'm not sure if I can. I'll pour some wine down Chigara's lips. Across the lips. Translation from whatever. Now or never. Chigara will try her best. Here we go. Chigara found shields on the wooden deck outside his room. There you are, Captain. Chigara's getting a bit rowdy in there. You could say that. Come on. So I have no idea what I'm supposed to say. I could have sworn I imagined how I would do this 1,000 times before. Well, Chief, we couldn't have done it without you. No? Oh, please don't call me that, Captain. Call me Chigara. All right. Oh god, what are they up to? Meanwhile, the remaining contents of the cabin spilled out and gathered in the nearby bush. What are we doing out here? Shh, Commander. They'll hear us. I don't know what's happening, but are you to take me back? Come on, just watch the show. What show? Heart's pounding so hard it feels like I'm gonna explode. I'm not even the one who's gonna confess to the captain. Gotta stay still, gotta stay still. Besides, I've seen enough anime on the hollow to know that these kind of confessions always get interrupted. The called gonna hear Saga's thoughts. I'll pull out a comm badge. What's that? Chigara's communicator, just to make sure that there were no interruptions. My chances just plummeted. I went one step further and disabled all electronic communications within a 500-foot radius of here. Never underestimate me. Not even Arcadius dropping from the sky is going to keep those two from getting it on tonight. Except the captain. Being professional. You guys really went into this. No way. Is there something wrong? You look really pale, Chigara. Oh no, no. The wine suddenly hit me all at once. I'm suddenly dizzy. They're gonna do what? Shh, Commander. It's just all in good fun. It's highly improper. I must put this immediately. I got some more wine for you, Commander. Oh? They even shut down the commander. Oh, Captain. Oh, God. A little fainting routine. Save me. What happened to her shirt outfit and such? She got swayed into Shield's arms. Cavalry approached Chigara's face first to the wooden deck. Chigara, you alright? Mm-hmm. Not good, not good. One for the holograph. Captain? Yeah, Chigara. Why are you always so cold with Chigara? Not sure, what do you mean? We all worry about you. I always worry about you. There's a shadow over you, but you never let us get close enough to help. You have to carry the burden yourself, Captain. I'm here. I expected my first command to turn out this way. I was probably the youngest captain in the Saren fleet. I had to train a bunch of us fresh recruits to fly the Sunrider, the greenest ship in the Saren fleet, and here we are, fighting for the fate of the galaxy. All of your lives are in my hands, the lives of billions of innocents throughout the galaxy, mine to protect. And all of the millions I abandoned that day are also in my hands. I'm the captain. Every decision, every triumph, every failure ultimately rests on me. It's a burden only I have to carry. Captain. Why do you always want to be alone? You're always like this to everyone. I know how it must feel, so I want to help. Whenever I think of what it must be like, leading us to battle all the time, I just want to... You don't have to say anything. I know. Then there's really nothing for me to say, is there? Shield strokes Chigara's hair. You'll always be my shield. I understand. It's late. I should be going. Good night. Sleep tight. I will. Good night, Captain. Yeah, they're going to be so pissed. Well, that ends that, I suppose. Oh well, time for us to go to bed too, I guess. Aww. Oh, I believe tonight's festivities are over. Let's clean up and go to sleep. Chikara. I don't even know how I should feel about this. Come on, move, people. You heard the commander. Hit the bunk. You know, and considering the length of it all, I think that's probably the perfect place to leave it. I don't know how long it'll be till we have another combat episode. One of these running 2-3 hours. It's possible, but not likely. Needs a little breaking up. So take care, gang. Give me your thoughts, comments, observations, suggestions, laughters and harassments down below. Hit the like or dislike. Subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, if there's something out there important to you, whether it's up and out face-to-face with other people or for the safety of behind your terminal, if it really matters, get involved, make a difference. But take care and stay safe. I am the Articulate Grunt, and I'll catch you later, because for now, I gotta get out of here. Bye.